Oh, the pressure is on.
Yeah, this is going to be tough for you.
Did you say The Ring?
Nope.
Okay,
The Ring?
I'll do it.
All right, I like it. The Ring, and I am going to end with Evil Dead. The one with Jane from Suburgatory.
Oh, okay. Good show. I like her.
She takes over the Ash role in Evil Dead. I like it.
Really?
Yeah. She saws off her arm with a chainsaw, then battles some demonic deity.
Why didn't you show me that one before you showed me the other ones?
Oh, don't lose your minds, people. People get very angry about Evil Dead, Meg.
I like some gender bending.
People get very angry.
Well, female-led film.
So you tell me that you're going to watch the Evil Dead remake with me?
I don't know. I just might.
Whoa. All right. It's by the guy who directed Don't Breathe. He did Fede Alvarez.
Okay. Yeah.
That's another good one.
All right.
Jane Levy's in that, too.
Well, so she's like his muse.
Pretty much. He likes to beat her up.
That's terrible.
He's the Sam Raimi beat the tar out of, Bruce Campbell, and then in Drag Me to Hell, Alison Lohman got schnockered.
Mm-hmm. She really did.
Jane Levy gets whapped around in these things.
I mean, that could be fun. She's a good comedian.
It's like
she can pull off the physicality of it.
Yeah, she pulls off the physicality, but she plays a real kind of morose and like a criminal in these things. She doesn't.
Oh, that's so different than her TV roles. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay, I'm intrigued.
She's in a movie called I Don't Feel at Home in This World Anymore, directed by Macon Blair of Green Room and Blue Ruin. And she catches a ninja star in the face.
Wow, that's not where I expected this conversation
by Elijah
going.
Wood. Elijah Wood throws a ninja star in her face.
Okay.
It's pretty awesome.
Anyway, so speaking of rage...
Wait, what?
I don't know. I just wanted to get away from ninja stars in the face.
So, I was watching that ninja star in the face scene, and you just don't see it coming. You're thinking to yourself, Elijah Wood's going to throw this ninja star, and it's going to hit someone's leg or miss or bounce off something, and it just goes right in her face.
Yeah.
Okay, what are you going to go?
Anyway,
talking about rage.
So I wanted to
Megan just stared at me with angry dead eyes.
How do I get away from this? I wanted to ask you what you thought of the virus itself and the idea around the infection for these characters. So Breck Eisner said it unlocks their inner rage and inner demons.
If you look at some of the people, they aren't too angry. Are you there, Billy? Are you there? Or the lady riding by on her bicycle, being happy. And she's from the Crazies, the original Crazies.
She's the daughter that gets incested.
But it's...
Moving on.
I think I think it does all lead to rage, but I think it's more what's inside of you.
Yeah, that's really interesting, I think, because they're still people. Mm-hmm. And it's unlocking their inner self. So what does that look like?
It's pretty frightening.
Yeah. What things are they holding on to beneath the surface? What are they mad about? It's just very interesting.
So it seemed like the principal was going after kids. So he went after the laughing kid. Oh, then he went after Panna Baker. Mm-hmm. And then he went to Radha Mitchell to kill her. She wasn't a student.
Yeah, she distracted him.
But maybe it seemed like he was attacking them.
Yeah.
And he seemed like a pretty nice guy. But maybe he had some repressed anger.
And then the mother and the son go after David because he killed their father.
Yeah, and they seem to specifically choose him.
No, they're those crazy people who I think were just insane murderers, and that the ones going around the town in the pickup. And I think that was just their shtick. Yeah. Anyway.
Well, they were hunting without. Remember, he said he found the hunters, and they were hunting without. They were hunting 3 months late. It wasn't season. Mm-hmm. And then he told them to put their guns away till fall. And the hunters were like, "Are you crazy? Man." Like, they got all angry that he told him not to do illegal things. And then that comes into play later with them.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good final fight in this movie on the truck.
Now, this is a whole different element of the tiebacks in the script. What people are angry at. It's interesting.
And, it's kind of a coincidence. Well, no, it's not a coincidence, because you saw them hunting. Mm-hmm. Then they showed up later on to the truck stop, and they figured probably people would be there. It's a good place to set a trap, people going there. So I guess it's not a coincidence that they're there. Mm-hmm. But I liked the fights. I liked the fight underneath the truck with the big guy.
That's a good one.
And then the dude in the kitchen.
Very multi-layered. It sort of moves... Oh, the kitchen one. I did write down most convenient knife ever, because she pulls the knife from... It's just in this little bin next to her behind the counter.
How about the shot of her in the walk-in hiding underneath the dead bodies with the plastic.
Oh my gosh. 1, gross. 2, I think that's an amazing scene because it shows how smart she is. She goes in there, she's hiding from these guys, and the flaps, the air moving flaps, they're moving, and she immediately stills them. Mm-hmm. Because she understands the impact of that on her life. I think that's very smart.
What? Yeah. What about the car wash? We haven't talked about that.
Oh, yes, the car wash.
That's a pretty... I mean, I guess it's... Okay, so it makes sense that they drove into the car wash to hide from the helicopter. Mm-hmm. But then there was just people waiting in there going, oh, we're going to wash these cars and kill them. Like, but I guess it's... Right?
It's just funny.
Don't you think? Like, we're going to clean that car, and while they're cleaning it, we're going to kill them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's a good trap because you can sneak up on your prey because the bubbles are all in things. So there's a lot of tension in the car, what's around us. And these guys are easily to just grab you or attack you.
But who's washing their cars in times like these? Did they know that cars would maybe drive in there to hide from helicopters?
Maybe. Or just to hide in general.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe they just love cleaning.
Maybe they're just crazy.
Maybe they just want to clean those people's car, and they got angry. They started getting shot at, and then they became crazy.
Maybe they have a new business model, Crazy Clean.
What if they're... What if they were working there and like, these guys are shooting at us? And then they killed them. Poor Panabaker got hung.
Oh, man, that was, again, swift brutality. I mean, there is no... she's not quick. Choking, she is just dead.
Yeah, that neck got snapped. People die fast in this movie.
They really do. I think it makes it weightier.
Because
it's just, there's no lingering, there's no sobbing over, a person who's sort of slowly dying. There's no going back and saving them. They are just dead.
And you know what I also like that they leaned back. What they could have gone deeper into this, and I'm glad they didn't, which is the relationship between David and Russell. So Russell's losing it. He's trying to keep it together. Mm-hmm. But I'm glad there wasn't 5 more minutes.
He's fighting it.
Yeah, I'm glad there wasn't 5 more minutes of, hey, we gotta get rid of him, he's turning. And he's like, oh, I caught you guys. He pulls out the gun on him, has him walking. But I'm glad there wasn't 5 more minutes of that. Or I'm glad that there wasn't 5 more minutes of them trying to get away from him or turning him into a villain. I think he was just slowly turning, so he always stayed relatable. Mm-hmm. And then he just, when he got the gun, when Olyphant got the gun from him, he's like, can I walk with you guys? Like, that was a cool line.
Yeah, I think that's, again, where this is such a smart story because people are doing crazy things the whole time and you're constantly questioning, has he gone too far yet? Is he being a little bit too drastic? Is he not being caring enough in the scene? But then he finally goes way too far and you know.
I do like when he's like, 1, 2, 3. That's how many times I've saved your life. Mm-hmm. That was cool. All right, so what do you think about this? So at the end, he sacrifices himself by going in front of the roadblock to make sure that David and Judy get away. But do you think he pulls the gun too early to get killed by them? Should he have done a tap dance? Would they have been like, hey, this guy's tap dancing. There's probably people sneaking around him.
That's a great question. I do think he did pull it a bit early.
Yeah.
He kind of takes it out right away and they take him down.
Could he be like, knock, knock?
Yeah, he could tell some jokes.
Watch this. And he dances for a couple minutes. I'm crazy.
He could have done some trivia with them.
But he could have... Oh, yeah, that's good. All right. There's Somerset seashells 18 times. But how many times did I say S after this sentence?
Some tongue twisters.
Yeah, and then they're all like, wait, wait, what? Maybe he could have done that, but maybe if they would have figured, wait, this guy's trying to get our attention for a long period of time. Mm-hmm. This is his 4th reading of Hamlet.
He could have done a Sudoku.
Yeah, people must have walked around us during this time. So
that is a good point. I mean, I felt that he pulled the gun very early, but then again, he's teetering on the edge of sanity and he's trying to save his friend, so maybe it was the right choice.
I mean, it worked.
It did. He was really brutally killed and very quickly, yet again. But,
do you think they stayed at the diner too long?
They were there for a long time. I do like the part where you find out that everyone has been killed. Yeah. And I like her horror. He's looking for her. She's standing by all the bullets. You sort of know what's coming, but at the same time, it's still very upsetting when they confirm it for you. I
like in this movie, too, whenever something happens, they're like, holy crap. Or they're not just, oh man, there's people going crazy over here. They're shocked. There's shock in this movie.
I think that's a good... Yes, she is very upset. She's very upset at the fire when the man has killed his family. She's very upset about the bullets at the gas station. But I think that's a great point in the movie because you're definitely in the last act. And she realizes, or they realize, we as the audience realize, that the military's given up on the town at this point. They've killed all those people, and you need to get the F out of there.
Yeah, leave. Do you think those were the dead people that they killed running around. Maybe they let those people in the buses get out. Oh no, they had the wrists. They had the things on their wrists.
The wrist. Yeah, the non-infected wrist thingy.
At the end, they wanted that truck to blow up farther, but the explosives they put on it didn't shoot it up too far. So at the end, they wanted a bigger explosion when Timothy Olyphant and Radha are driving away.
Oh, jeez.
Radha, not Raja. But so yeah, they wanted a Fast and Furious explosion.
Oh my gosh.
They got kind of angry, annoyed.
She really should have buckled up.
Yeah.
I mean, she needed to stop being in the back of the truck and looking out the window.
Now, would you rather have this virus or the virus from 28 days later?
Oh, gosh. I mean, I guess with this, you could hope you might have immunity.
Yeah. And in the 28 days later one, you turn quick.
Yeah.
You immediately start going.
This, they said 48 hours and you're past it, you're fine.
But I guess you could have, 10, 12 good hours?
True.
Write a nice letter to your family.
Or you could be like those guys with the truck, just driving around hunting stuff. They were still alive up until the end.
Yeah.
Seemed to be living their happy life.
You could have a good 36 hours.
Just raging.
What would your angry self look like?
I don't know.
We don't have to answer that.
Going after people who annoy me on the road.
Oh, jeez. So you'd be a crazy.
I guess.
You'd have road rage?
What would you be?
I'd be the nicest human being on the planet.
Oh, jeez. So I have
what were you going to say?
I had a question for you. Well, not really a question. More just something to talk about. David and Judy are ride or die.
Yeah, they are.
He goes back for her. He makes statements to other people, putting them down about why they don't go back for their wives. It's always about the two of them. He sits down at the table with her in Quick Fills and says, if you want to sit here and die, we can do that. Just tell me. I'm here for you. I love their relationship. Yeah,
they're cool. She does get tied up a couple times in this movie, but it's not really her fault. That family gets her.
Yeah.
And then she had a fever. Mm-hmm. But no, I like that she stays because she's a town doctor. He's like, I'm the sheriff. Well, I'm the doctor. And then they keep getting each other's backs. And they just kind of roll.
Yeah, they're a fantastic movie couple.
But I think they're good actors, right?
Yeah, that's true.
They're just good actors. They're a cool movie couple. They don't really have those hang-ups. Like, you know what I dislike in horror movies? Horror movies where, like in The Strangers, you have a couple, they're fighting and they're separated. Mm-hmm. And you always have these couples that are like breaking up or vacancy. They don't like each other. They're going to get divorced. But then they come together because these two love each other.
Or they're not on the same page and they're already fighting. And it's just, these two are, they're there for each other. They're going to go back for each other. They love each other. They're just, they're movie couple goals.
And I like when David gets all angry. Man, where's Panabaker going? And then Judy looks at Timothy and she's like, well, you came back for me. Mm-hmm. So they get why she goes after her boyfriend. So and then he goes, oh yeah, you're right. So they're a good. No, I think they're a well-written couple. And it's clear to see why people took this role. And there's a lot of talent. The producers are big. This guy who produced this thing, Rob Cohen, he had done some massive movies before. So he had worked on... recently, he's done Aquaman, Conjuring, San Andreas. And before he was a producer, he was a first AD. So he was the first assistant director on Cocktail, The Juror, The Net, movies like that. And I think...
I love those movies.
Very good. And I think the best producers are the first ADs. Because they've worked their way up through second, so they know the paperwork, right? They know the extras. They know how much we need. Then when you become a second, you're in the trailer all day doing paperwork. You're doing call sheets. Where are we tomorrow? How many makeup artists do we need? How many trucks do we need? How do we go do this? What time is it? What's the shot list? And when you become a first AD, you're the muscle on set for the director. You're the one yelling action and cut. Move. Let's get it going. Die at 55. That's what most of them do. So when you become a producer, sorry if you know all this already, and if you're listening, sorry, but it's all about the money. And you got to understand how much money to get, how to schedule, how to move. So if you're a first AD, second, like PA, second AD, second AD, you know the schedule, you know the money, you know the extras, you know exactly what you need. You know what to pare down on scripts, you know where to double up. So I think that's what makes... That's another thing that made this movie good. It had smart people maximizing this $20 million budget. And it looks great.
Yeah. I thought it was an interesting thing about two of the producers bought the rights from Romero to do this movie directly from him. It wasn't a studio that went in and did it, and Eisner really liked that about that. And then Romero came in as an executive producer.
Yeah.
With part of it, so he really felt like he had